Welcome to Love and Forever Evolving, where we are always and forever evolving. Hello, my loves. Welcome, welcome. Grand Rising, Grand Evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Hump Day. Welcome back to another episode of Love Live Stream Questions. My apologies. Welcome. Come on in. Hi, family. We are here for questions. Cash App and PayPal questions. If you have a question, definitely all details are listed down below in the description box and also pinned down below in the chat box. Welcome. Come on in, beautiful souls. I hope all is well. Let me pull up my chat box. Give me 1 second so I can see the comments here. Oh, hi, Rihanna. Shout out to the Patreon goddess in the building. How are you? I hope all is well. Welcome. You said it was two different payments. One was... Oh, okay. Let me check. I just not too long ago woke up from a nap, so I haven't checked any of my notifications. I'm literally just coming on. So let me check my emails. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay, I see here. All right, I got you, Rihanna. How was your day, Rihanna? How was your rising? I need to put on. You say I'm doing great. Okay, I like it. I like that approach, Rihanna. Shout out to the spirit team. Grand evening, Miss B. Grand evening, goddess. How are you, Miss B? You got your hair done? Wonderful. That is always a good feeling. A refresh, good feeling there. Okay. Sorry about that. You said you hit the hit. I'm sorry, you hit the nail on the head this whole time. Oh, really? Oh, wonderful. You said my spirit team wants me to help the black community, but I don't know how. I need answers. Um, I can only go so far with that. With tarot, you know what I'm saying? I can only go so far with that. That is a very broad, broad question. That is something, just being realistic here. As far as spiritual advice, I'll see what direction we can go with that, but I cannot tell you exactly what you should do with helping in the black community. There's so many things that you could, you know what I'm saying? So far, I can go with getting that from a tarot spread just to be a buck, okay? I would just start as far as your gifts. I would just start as far as what you already do in the community. That you could use that same strategy or help within your own community. Okay, when you said, I felt like it was confirmation when you had said that about the Color Purple movie. Oh, okay. There's so many things that you can do in the black community. You don't even have to be perfect at whatever it is you're trying to do. You can donate, you can volunteer, you can, help the children. Um, you can volunteer at community centers. You can volunteer at shelters. Um, donate. It's so much stuff you can do within the community. I can start with some oracle cards, some oracle decks here, you know. Um, Okay, I'm going to use some of my oracle decks here just to give you some advice, and we can see what comes out regarding your question here, Rihanna. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I did not know I had the mute button on. I'm so sorry, Rihanna. My apologies. My apologies about that. Um, as I was saying, I'm not sure what's the last part you heard, but I'll reinstate what I just said here. The cards that came out here for you, Rihanna, is we got Awakening, number 12, which breaks down to the number 3, that is feminine energy. Um, that is indicating to look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Okay, so if you're going to be out here helping in the melanated community, you have to be yourself first. Okay, and what Spirit is saying, that you have to be able to be open-minded, is what I mentioned earlier about stepping into your rising energy characteristics as a Sagittarius, and look outside the box. Come from a higher mind perspective. And with the Five of Cups here, which talks about things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Basically, Spirit is saying if you want to help in a community, you got to be able to help yourself first. You got to ask yourself, do I know myself truly? Okay. Am I able to look at situations and circumstances from a different perspective? And as I mentioned, I suggest you, when you don't know which way or which direction to go, you can always, like Spirit is saying here, start with yourself. The very things that you seek for help in the community, in the spiritual community, on Patreon, on my channel, and whatever help you to get to where you're at now, from evolving from, that's what you can be assistance in the melanated community. But you got to be whole within that category. You know what I'm saying? You can't help nobody else until you help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Until you know that you have helped yourself and you have mastered whatever that is. Because it's like the blind leading the blind, a sheep leading another sheep. You know what I'm saying? And if there is still healing that needs taking place here, that has to be addressed at first. But helping others can also help with healing, right? So if you don't know where to start with yourself. I'm sure things that you needed help with, obstacles and challenges, other people may have had those same similar experiences with maybe not knowing how to discover their self. As I mentioned that in the melanated community, the way how you can help in the community is knowing yourself first. Okay? It's been written on the walls in Kemet. It's been written in the stars. Know thyself. Okay? You have to know thyself first before you can go and lead or guide or be a beacon or whatever that is to someone else, right? You got to know yourself, because if you don't know yourself, anybody can come along and tell you anything and you run off with it. Trust me, people come on this platform every day, come up in my chat box every day. And if I didn't know myself, I could be all type of out of whack, frustrated, emotionally off balance, upset, all of that. But the minute that I sat down with my spirit and I found out who I am, where I come from, and why I'm here, and what my purpose was, the game changer. Okay? So the more you know about yourself, the more you know how to help within your own community. Basically, here is what Spirit is saying in a nutshell. All right, what else, Spirit? What else do Rihanna need to know on how to be a help in the community to others that may need a listening ear, advice, assistance? Okay. All right, let's see what else. What other advice here? Wow, you got this card last night, Rihanna. You remember this card we got last night on Patreon? You got this same card last night on Patreon. And I just said a beacon. Opportunity beckons. Let me read that card. Now I have to read that card because that's the second time that card has come out for you. So I got to see what is the focus on that card for you. It has the number 4, which again, that talked about family. Okay. And then see, you got the infinite symbol right there. You see that? So whatever this opportunity here that beckons, this is an opportunity that was meant to happen. And what did I just mention about the stars? This has been written in the stars, okay? You got to know thyself. It's all going back to you. And whatever this opportunity here is, it's an example of you being able to show the world the real you. Let me see. Let's see what that is. Okay. Okay, so this card here indicates boredom, disillusion, action. Often in affairs of the heart, you may become complacent, even bored with what you have. You forgot to see the magic of your interactions with others and fail to invest time and effort to maintain the human loving link. If you have been looking for a relationship for some time without success, you may become delusioned or discouraged, no longer believing that a relationship will manifest. Okay? And you no longer provide the universe with the energy needed to produce a relationship. The same is true of struggling too long to improve an existing relationship. Now is not the time for complacement. This is your opportunity to attain what you have been seeking or to improve what you have. Bingo. It requires action and to lift your spirits and look for the opportunity that will present itself. Then act. No wonder the Five of Water card came out. I feel like you may be seeking to help, which is a great thing. It's always good to be a helper in the community, but Spirit is saying because of your feelings of disappointments in your own relationships, rather if it's romantic relationships, family relationships, business relationships, whatever ships, we have to address those ships and relationships, because in order for you to build and help in the community and build relationships in the community, you got to know how to build relationships within your own circle, within your own community, within your own home. You know what I'm saying? The number 4, the 4th house, Count Syrian energy, going right back to last night's live stream that we had. Because you're not happy. You're not satisfied. We got the 5 of Cups here. You're still in the space of being hurt and not seeing the positive in a situation. Things not turning out the way you hoped. So because things are not turning out, you may feel like the way that you hope. So now you're seeking to do something else, right? You're seeking to either buy time or seeking to find something else to distract these emotions and these feelings that you're having about, I don't know, failed relationships, whatever the case here might be. So you may want to go about that differently, because basically it's you trying to go out and help in the community, but you hurt. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to be as successful helping in the community if you're hurt, if you're still needing to heal yourself. You know, how can we help others heal? And we got to, you know what I'm saying? There are some areas here that still needs to be earned out here. Basically is what Spirit is saying. Yeah, it said now is not the time for complacement. This is your opportunity to attain what you have been seeking or need to improve what you have. Okay. That's what I read from here. That's not me making it up. That's straight what came from this book. I mean, don't get it twisted. I applaud you. You know, Spirit, the universe applaud you for wanting to help and assist, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as we go towards that direction, we got to make sure that we are tapping in with ourselves, and we are checking in with ourselves to making sure that we are in the space to be able to be vulnerable or emotionally available to help others that are in need in the community. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Okay. What else, Spirit? any other word advice here for Rihanna as she wants to take the journey to help within her community? What other advice can she take away from the question here to help her to get on the right track, to be of assistance in her community, Spirit? What? Guilt. This is the same energy from the Five of Cups. This is going to be the first step so you can be available to help within the community. You got to release the guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So if you feel like you're still holding on to some type of guilt or grudge or regrets, anything like that, and remember we were trying to figure out last night, or at least I was, trying to figure out what it is that Spirit, what was missing. And this is what it is. You're still grieving. You're still hurt. Relationship wise. You said, I am still very hurt about my past and not forgiving others and myself for my past. Sorry about that. And myself for my past. You said especially about me being okay, yeah, I gotta keep that hitting. Yeah, I don't even think that comment was able to be posted, and I'm gonna have to keep that comment hidden just out of respect for you and the public here. But I am so sorry to hear that, Rihanna. I had no idea. Rather if I did not have no idea or not. Okay. Um my apologies. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that and experience that. No one deserves to be treated that way. No one. Um, so I am so sorry that you had to experience that, Rihanna. Um, is your mother aware of that? This is what it's been the whole entire time, and I've been trying. Eventually, the answers, and it's crazy because I remember you getting that other card last night that said the same thing as well. The answers that you are seeking are coming. You said yes, she is, but not while it was happening. Okay. Yeah. I kind of notice when people do help in the community, it always most I'm gonna say most of the times it's from their own experiences that they grew up with and evolving from. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Um, so you can always start with this topic. You know what I'm saying? There are many, unfortunately, experiences that have been in this type of situation with women. You know, this is something that you can um, help in your community with the same experience that you experienced. There are, you know what I'm saying, where people can be able to be a beacon or a light to that. And it always helps for someone to talk or speak up about it, because that is definitely not a conversation that people just, outspokenly have every day and feel comfortable about it, Um, so I'm sure there is definitely spaces or places in the community that you can help within, women's shelters, um, places like that. You can always start with different melanated owned businesses, um, or different communities for youth in that area as well, you know. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. But in this predicament, by you, because that has to be, first off, that has to be a conversation that you're comfortable with having. And this is why Spirit is stating that you have to make sure that you can find peace within that conversation because of your own experience, right? In order for you to be a beacon and an opportunity to help others, you have to ask yourself that, are you in that space to feel comfortable to have that conversation while you're helping others to overcome that very same experience or obstacle or challenge? Because right now, it's showing that yes, you are still in a space where you're still grieving, mourning, and hurt, particularly behind that situation. So I would definitely focus on, getting to the root of that, and working through that, working through those emotions and those feelings of that experience, and how you can approach yourself with that conversation and see how that is making you feel when you're having that conversation with your spirit before you can outspokenly help within the community with that. You know what I'm saying? No, that's definitely not your fault. I definitely wouldn't blame myself for something like that happening. You know what I'm saying? That's not your fault that that happened. But I feel like this is where you want to start with this. And this is a perfect time to do this healing in this shadow work, because we're going into transitioning from Libra energy, which helps us to weigh the scales here from right and wrong. And in the Scorpio season, is going to help us to put these type of emotions and feelings and thoughts to an end. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Putting situations, circumstances that no longer resonate with our spirit and our soul to an end, so we can transform and transition and evolve from this version of ourselves through this cycle. This is what winter season is all about. Shadow work. What people like to run from every day. You know what I'm saying? It's not the most hot topic. Don't nobody like to do shadow work. Just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't make it to Scorpio season. They just skip past, hop right through it. And when you think about it, it's why it's so many distractions. It's so many distractions during the winter time to keep you from going through that process of the shadow work. When that's what we all need to heal and to evolve and to grow. And that's how we become a better version of ourselves and become more powerful and more strong spiritual beings, having a human being experience, when you can go through that shadow work. But if you're being distracted by people, situations, and circumstances and shenanigans, it defeats that purpose. And then that's what keeps your soul trapped in this cycle. That rabbit hole goes deep. Ashe. Ashe, ashe. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. You said, wow, I think that's why I've been so focused on other things, because I'm afraid of the harsh reality of my life. Yeah. And, it ain't no good pill to swallow. It is a difficult pill to swallow. We all are dealing with something internally. We all are battling with something internally within ourselves. And that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. That's why we're here. This is why we are here, to enjoy this human being experience, to embrace ourselves, to overcome it, And that is what the winter season is all about. You know what I'm saying? We got the summer, we got spring, we got fall, we got winter. We got these seasons here to help us to transition while we're here having a human being experience, to become that better version of ourselves and to evolve. And the wintertime is the most important season out of all the seasons, I feel like, just from my experience, that you want to be an expert at, or you want to tackle and not fear from it. Because that is going to be the very experience that's going to allow you to be very powerful in your own spirit and to become the magician that you are, by accepting yourself for who you are and those demons that you have within. We all have demons and we all have angels, okay? All right? And the wintertime is to help you accept the hard, cold truth about situations and circumstances that you experience. Baby. Trust me, I understand. I know. I've been there, honey. Been there, done that, and still experiencing it. So let's move on. I'll get another oracle deck here, and then we'll close out with some word advice for your question here today. Oh, man. Hold on, my device went out. I can't even see my comments. Hold on. Is this not charged? Oh, I don't even have it on the charger. Oh my gosh. Get it together. Hold on one second, because I can't see you all's comments. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ashe. Ashe. All right, let's see. Let's see what the Moonology deck here has for your advice on your question here. What advice can Rihanna apply to her assistants in the community? You said, wow, you always be helping me to put all the pieces together. I love you, sis. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, love. No problem. My pleasure. Sis, you're about to have me crying at work like a little baby. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to have you crying. It's just, it's the truth, you know? Yeah, journaling is always helpful. This is definitely the perfect time to be journaling. I feel like I need to have, I want to start having like collective readings. I'm always doing all sign readings, but I feel like I need to do more collective readings, ancestor readings, you know, especially going into Scorpio season. I might need to start implementing that, or definitely putting it on Patreon. Okay. We have It's Time. This was the same similarity card we had last night, which talked about releasing. It's time to release negativity. And what I was just talking about, Scorpio season. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. Thank you, Spirit. Full moon in Scorpio. You see the Scorpio symbol here? Yeah. I gotta give myself the credit, because I know what I be talking about. I'm not finna sit here. I damn sure ain't talking out the side of my neck. That's for sure. Okay. Again, Scorpio season. Time to put that shit to an end. Okay? It's time to release the negativity. Whatever those negative thoughts, Rihanna, I feel like that you maybe have been experiencing or having about yourself, it's time to put those negative thoughts to an end, okay? It's time to deal with what is directly in front of you and the reality of what needs to be addressed. Because the minute that you can tackle those thoughts and reprogram, unlearn what you've been taught or programmed to do that no longer serves you or serves a purpose in your life, that is what Scorpio season helps us to realize and to do and to overcome. Ashe. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that would be a great idea. All right, so let's get you some word advice here now. Now that we know from what I was just talking about since the very beginning of this spread here, um, the Scorpio energy. So this is what it's going to take for you to basically answering your question, Rihanna, to help assist in the melanated community, okay, is to first start with, because you definitely have an opportunity to be a great help within your community. We just got to do first things first. Obey your thirst, okay? AKA obeying your spirit and how your spirit is guiding you at this time. Your spirit is guiding you now to heal from those experiences that have allowed you to be in the predicament or the emotions or the feelings that you're having now. Confront them. It's time to confront them and allow yourself to see how you feel about that situation. How does it make you feel now? After all this time, these are the questions that you have to sit down with yourself as you're journaling so you can let that out. And whatever guilt this is that you mentioned earlier, and that's part of you, stating that it's your fault when it's not your fault. And that's what's causing the guilt. And this is what is holding you back from the opportunity that we were trying to pinpoint on last night. It's the guilt. Don't feel guilty for what has happened to you. That was not your fault. It's time to let that go. It's time to release those negative thoughts about that experience. Write it down. Pray over it. Take that piece of paper and get a lighter and take that shit outside and burn it. Burn it and release those negative thoughts and guilt of that situation. Let it go. So that way you can bring in space in your heart and opportunity to help assist others that been through that same very experience. Ashe. Yeah, you said time to let that little girl in me to sleep. She's been suffering for too long. Yeah, that's just your inner child. Your inner child wounds needs to be healed. That's all this is. And your inner child needs to come out. You know what I'm saying? That little girl inside of you needs to come out. It's time for her to get out and play. Okay? She needs to get out and play. That reminds me of that movie, it was on Netflix. I forgot what it was called. Where the girl kind of put her shadow side or her shadow part of herself, she always tucked it away. And then it ended up coming back and hunting her. Because we all got a shadow side and a light side of ourselves, right? And she will always be so focused on the light side of herself, and she just abandoned her dark side of herself, which is the feminine side. And it ended up backfiring and hunting her at the end. So you always want to let your shadow side be known. You always, it's so many it's so many messages that are hidden within it all. Just gotta be woke to the shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I damn sure be peeping game. And just show gratitude. Show gratitude for where you're at right now. Show gratitude that you know what you know, that you're in your right mind, and you know who you is. Okay? I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that presents. Okay? Wow, beautiful, Spirit. Let's close out with some word advice here for you. Wow, we got helpful people. Speaking of helpful people, there is even people that it's kind of like, it's crazy because you are in a space of wanting to help others when there are actually people around you that are willingly to help you as well. Giving you that same help in return. So Spirit said that there will be helpful people coming in to help assist you as well. Or I feel like while you're out helping or assisting in the community, little do you know, you are going to run across people that are going to be willingly or open to help you in your predicament or in your situation or circumstance. What other word advice, Spirit, can Rihanna take away from her questions today? Ask help from others. I just seen that card wanted to come out. Yeah, you know what? Boom. You nailed it, Rihanna. You nailed it. And remember, we was saying that last night of why you were seeing all those different spirits. They trying to get your attention. They trying to tell you, listen, we hear you. We hear. Yeah, that's deep. That is deep. Helpful people. You got people around you that's willingly and wanting to help you, but it's kind of like you turning a naked eye or you turning a cheek and not realizing this. And and I said, like I said, because there's so many distractions. So many distractions around us. You got to know when to tap in and tap out. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. When you know when to tap in and tap out, you can address these very situations and circumstances. Yep, we got if you believe. All right, if you believe, then so shall it be. One more card, please. Baby. This will be a successful experience for you. Once you're able to overcome and address this experience or situation within yourself, Rihanna, this is going to turn out to a successful opportunity for you. And it's like opportunity has been screaming at you. Every card we have been getting lately has been indicating an opportunity that has been waiting for you to open up the door, to walk through. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I think that pretty much wraps it up and explains everything. I feel like this is the wrap up of what we were talking about last night on the live stream on Patreon. This for me kind of sums it all up, you know? Now I'm able to see clear of the situation and what spirit was indicating last night. Wow, Ashe. Thank you so much, Spirit Team, Guardian Angels, Ancestors, for the divine insight here for Rihanna. Rihanna, I definitely hope this help brought you more enlightenment and more knowledge of understanding on how to go about taking this approach for yourself with this experience here, because it's definitely going to be well worth it. You know what I'm saying? The outcome is going to be well worth it. It's going to be successful. It may not feel successful when you go directly towards that experience, because you're having to release the negativity of it all in itself, but the results of that is going to be successful. You know, it's going to be that rainbow for you. You know what I'm saying? Ashe. You say you asked me months ago, did I want my star? Yes, because it's your star. You are the star seed, honey. Do you want that star? Well, this is what it's going to take to get that star. You're only a projection from the star that's in the sky. You know that, right? All those stars are in the sky. It's just us. You have your own star and it's projecting down here. And you are just that human form, that star in a human form. That's all we are, is a projection of our own star. Until we transition and go back to that star, to that aura, to that orb. What do you know, and what do you think a star is? It's basically an orb. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna tell you all that. You ain't gonna learn that shit in school. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta relearn and reprogram, unlearn and unprogram. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. All right, well, there we have it, Rihanna. I hope this help gave you more clarity on the approach here for this experience for yourself. That was beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. You are my spirit angel. Oh, you're so sweet, love. I am an earth angel having a human being experience. And I help humans and spiritual beings to remember who they are, is why I am here. That is what I am here for. To help you to find your own light. You know what I'm saying? I am an earth angel to help you to remember who you are. I am just a beacon to help you find and know who you are, or remember who you are. It's more so remembering who you are. That's all it is. That's what earth angels are here to do. We have our own experience as well. We have to learn through our own experience as well. It doesn't set us apart from anybody else, but you know what I'm talking about? There you go. Boom. We are all made out of stardust. There you go. Pass on the knowledge. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You know what I'm talking about? You say, I see it every time you give me a reading more and more. Ashe. Ashe. Already. You better believe it. All right. Is there any more questions before we head out? Before I head out, I should say. That was very enlightening. That's right. Ashe, there you go. You said it, Rihanna. You said it, love. All right. So if there are not any more questions, I am going to go ahead and head out. It's been an hour. Thank you all so much for sharing your time here with me today. It is always a pleasure to have you all here. Thank you for evolving and growing right along with me on this platform. I appreciate all the comments, the shares, the likes, the feedback. Thank you all. It is always an honor to be here in spirit as in flesh, honey. You're welcome. My pleasure, Rihanna. Thank you as always for allowing me to assist you on your spiritual path and journey. It is always a pleasure. Thank you all. Happy, happy hump day. I wish everyone well on your spiritual journeys as well. And until we meet again, love and light. All right. I love you. Mwah. Bye bye.